Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to the Academy Answers podcast, where we answer your questions about success, happiness, fulfillment, business, personal finance, and all that stuff that has to do with living your best life. A life that is mainly about fulfillment and happiness. You know, you can fake happiness, but you cannot fake fulfillment. You could go on and frolic and say, hey, show your fancy stuff, and people say, yeah, he's happy. But fulfillment is between you and yourself. You cannot fake it. If you're not fulfilled, it come riding on you in the nights when you go to bed, and all of a sudden, like some people who really got under the weight of it, you hear that they've committed suicide, they've done something crazy to hurt themselves, or they're in this drug or alcohol abuse problem. So we talk about fulfillment. We talk about not just getting things, but getting and making and achieving things that is in alignment with who you are. Because I tell people that before you start to want stuff, the important thing to do is to know who you are, so that you'll want the things that are right for you. I've had that problem before personally in my life. I wanted stuff, then I finally got those stuff, realized that these things are not in alignment with who I am, and it doesn't feel good. It amounts to not much. So I have this reader who emailed me some time ago. I think it was in just about summer of last year. I have this email that he says that, look, I feel strange achieving this leveling up in my business and around my friends, because all of them are at the same job, and I think that I might be behaving differently. I hear some sounds of them saying that I am behaving as this, I'm different from them, or I'm better than them. I'm hearing that in on the grapevine. So I feel a little insecure. I feel bad. I may be moving, I may be operating in a way that's different. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should confront them or not. Well, the first thing is that you should not feel guilty about growth. Growth is the essence of life, and you should be confident and not feel guilty about getting to where you want to get to, doing to what you want to do. It is your duty and your responsibility to yourself to get there, just as they tell you in the airplane that you should put your oxygen mask on first. Your first line of duty is to yourself. Self-interest is paramount, because if you don't take care of yourself, nothing will matter. And don't be surprised that people act differently when you do something outside of what is the norm. So that way that you have been, people are comfortable with you, how you have been 20 years, 15 years, 10 years ago, 25 years ago, the last 2 years. That's what they're used to. You will naturally not know some of the traits that your friends, your associates, your co-workers have, because they have not been tested with you on a higher level. When you are on that level, everybody's comfortable. It's a norm. Everybody's okay. Soon as you start to level up, people start to think differently, start to feel differently. Jay-Z said something some time ago. I watched him on a video where he said that they say that I've changed, but yeah, they're right, because how can I work so hard and still be the same? You have to change. You have to be, in a state where you no longer tolerate some form of mediocrity and some form of average if you are to get to an excellent level, or a higher level, or a higher standard and quality way of doing things. There is a must that you have changed, and certain things that you used to tolerate, you're not going to tolerate anymore. Now, unless those who are around you are willing to accept that and to use it as a shining example to lift their game, then you necessarily need those people to fall from you. Everybody will not climb with you. When you're going up, everybody will not go up with you, because some people can't stand that altitude. They can't breathe in that thin, rare air. They're not made for it, or they have not cultivated the mindset to operate at that level. You must be willing to accept that. I know there's an emotional connection with people who you brought up with, those in your family, like relatives, friends. There's that deep connection. But we all know that you have to be able to stand down emotion if you are to achieve some great things. So some people have to just remain in a box in a way that you can handle them. So I always tell people that there's a 1 hour people, there's a 1 day people, there's a weekend people, there's the everyday people. You have to know to separate people into those compartments. And while you might not necessarily have to shut out some people entirely, you will have to avoid some people frequently. That's how it works. That's the game. You will not find a person who's able to climb with all the people that they started out with. It is unlikely. I'm tempted to almost say it is impossible, because when you are at that level, naturally you will be around people who are on that level. When you go to the next level, the law of averages won't allow that all the people around you will want to go to the next level. You have to be able to identify that. You have to be able to skillfully and professionally work around that. Some things has to blow up. The chips have to fall where they may. If they can't handle you, they can't handle it. If they're mediocre in their thinking, you're not going to be able to fit that into a growth mindset. Know that. Find a way to accept and to move forward from that, so that you can continue to go further. Otherwise, you'll start to get to pull back to their level. You're shrinking, as Mariana Wilson said, doesn't serve the world. So you're shrinking so that other people can feel comfortable around you doesn't serve the world. By letting your own light shine, you unconsciously give others the right and the comfort and the qualification to make their light shine too. That's how we inspire others. That's how we lift the world. That's how we contribute to what we came here and benefit from. That's how we add to it. That's how we improve our family tree. That's how we change our generations and make things start to go and look better. You must be able to develop the courage, the strength to let change be change and let the chips fall where they may. Some people don't want you to change because the thought that they have to change the way they look at you, the way they view you, and the way they relate to you spook them out. So they cling on to that old past thing and don't want to adjust their mindset to handle. They are not inspired. They become envious. You must only try to have in your circle what one guy called OQP, only quality people. So whoever fall from you when you're growing, keep growing. They never belong anywhere. It's all right, it's okay, it's tough, but you're gonna have to decide that self-interest is paramount, your goals are paramount, and those who don't fit in with your goals, which are your own goals, then they're not right for you, and you won't fit in with them, they won't fit in with you. It's not a fit. Keep going. I congratulate you on the moves you're making. Whoever out there making moves, I congratulate you on them, but do not feel insecure. Do not shrink so that others can feel secure around you. You have a duty to yourself and to your own growth and success, and to your family, not to people feeling comfortable and people thinking that you should be mediocre, and people thinking that, oh, you think you're bougie and you're big shot because you did this and you did that and stuff. Forget that. Focus. Keep going. Build your dream. Let the chips fall where they may. Your first duty to your own success and to your family, not to other people's opinion. And I always say that opinions are the lowest form of knowledge because they require nothing of those who are proposing them. Have a great day. Always a pleasure. Thank you.